Hi, my name is Rose Reveley. I'm a Vedic astrologer, and I'm here today talking about the eclipses that are coming in January. Eclipses are game changers, and they can sweep change into our lives. Often this is unexpected in some ways, and this is why it's always good to know your ascendant sign and to have a Vedic consult done so that you can know where the changes are going to be occurring. On January the 6th, there is a partial solar eclipse in the sign of Sagittarius. And then on January 21st, there is a partial lunar eclipse that takes place in the sign of Cancer. With my zoom out lenses, I'll start with Sagittarius, since that is the first eclipse on the 6th. And Sagittarius represents our belief system. And then Cancer, now Sagittarius represents other areas as well, but for now, again, we're zooming out. And Cancer represents our feelings. It is our emotional, and I call it a lot of times our feeling mind, which is our emotions and how we feel. So it represents the past and our feelings about the past. Now, if you follow astrology closely, you know that no one sign just represents one particular area about our lives, and that's what makes astrology so fascinating. So again, I'm giving you the zoom out perspective. Our belief system, and that includes what we believe about ourselves and our overall philosophy of life, is really deeply embedded into our subconscious mind. And this is what makes change so difficult, because most of us are very attached to our beliefs. So a lot of times, and I do say that knowing, the reason that we want to know astrology is to know what to look for, what's coming ahead. And one of the things that makes change difficult is forced change a lot of times is very difficult to deal with. Whereas if we know the changes are coming, we have more time to mentally prepare. So one of the reasons why we don't want to change is because of fear. It's kind of scary to step out of a known thing or a known area, and that can be a job that you know how to do, and but one that is not really very satisfying or fulfilling, and so it becomes somewhat scary to move out of that. We sometimes feel robbed of joy and love and fulfillment because we're staying stuck in a rut, right? We want to embrace life, but we kind of daydream about what we really want instead of going after it. The sun and the moon represent consciousness, and the sun and the moon are involved in these eclipses. And as such, we are getting an upgrade in our belief system and an upgrade in what we believe about ourselves, what we've believed about the past, what we believe about the future. The sign of Sagittarius is the symbol is the centaur, or the half man and half horse. And so a lot of times in this, there's so much information in the symbols, so much rich information in the symbols. And a lot of times you'll see the centaur holding a bow and arrow, and he's pointing the bow and arrow at a goal. And in most of the time, if you have friends who are Sagittarians, they are very positive and optimistic. This is because Jupiter rules their chart. And they have a great sense of adventure. In fact, probably in the entire zodiac, Sagittarius looks at even everyday life as an adventure. They can find adventure in small ways. Okay, this is a very much of a gift. I think this is a Jupiter gift. The goal, back to the goal is that Sagittarius, the half horse, half man, sees the goal, right? They have the bow and arrow, and they have the goal. They're focused on the goal. The other part of this is that horses represent fast movement and also energy that is healing. So fast moving energy that is healing and very positive. Now, the other things that Sagittarius also represents is travel. So if your Sagittarian friends love to travel, they love to learn, and they love to combine these two, okay? Combining a love of travel and learning. And this is also what keeps Sagittarius youthful too, is their kind of inquisitiveness about life, excitement about life. In the natural zodiac, Sagittarius is connected to the 9th house, which, by the way, is considered to be the most auspicious house, the 9th house. It's the house of luck and fortune. And it relates to our belief system. And this, again, is our personal philosophy about life. And so, again, Sagittarius has an interest in religion and worship. They love rituals, education, travel, and the father, or all 9th house, are indicated by the 9th house. But you see, the one thing that I really want to zoom in here on is our beliefs is part of our fortune. Our beliefs, what we believe about ourselves, really is a defining key about our own fortune, or how we experience life as an adventurer, as Sagittarius is an adventurer of life. Your beliefs about you determine your life, determine your fortune. What we believe actually becomes our reality. This is really one of the most fundamental laws of manifesting is what you believe. Because first, to manifest, you must first believe that you can manifest. Much of our belief system is really formed by the time we're 9 or 10. A lot of psychologists say that belief system is formed by the age of 4. And I'm quite in agreement with that it does form very early. One of the things that I wanted to also mention is, have you ever thought about your belief system? Most of us don't. We just took those beliefs, usually which came from our parents or our teachers, at a young age when we had no filter. We just basically downloaded the information that came in. And so that came to us as a child. And at that time, we had a child's mind. And so we just automatically accepted it into our subconscious mind. These eclipses are going to have you questioning your ideas and why you believe the things that you believe. Most important here is, I believe, is what you believe about yourself. This is the most important takeaway, I think, from these eclipses, is what we believe about ourselves, how we feel about our beliefs about ourselves. Cancer, which is where the lunar eclipse falls on January the 21st. Cancer is the sign that deals with home, mother, the past, feelings, intuition, our emotions, letting go of past beliefs that no longer serve or maybe never did serve us. We just did not have the awareness, maybe up until this point even, the awareness to understand that that belief system is outdated. It's almost like we needed to get the upgrade, right? Just like we have upgrades to our phones and our computers. Sometimes the mind is slow in getting the upgrade. The nakshatra that the lunar eclipse falls in Cancer is Pusha, which is a very auspicious star. It means holy and pure. And so the soul really has a greater understanding here. And this is where I believe our consciousness upgrade really kicks in. Because this is in the sign of Cancer, it's our feelings, our intuition, which I often call our own inner GPS. We have an inner GPS, and that is our feelings, our intuition. There's no doubt that 2019 will have all of us and the entire world rethinking our belief system, why we believe what we believe. And yes, it's time for an upgrade. There is a cosmic evolution that is in the works right now. We are receiving this consciousness upgrade. Whether we are aware of it or not, it is there and it's coming in. And I believe it's crucial for our planet and for humanity at this time. Whatever you feel or think is limiting you is actually the key to your way out of limitation. Jupiter, the planet of positivity and optimism, and Mars, the planet of action, are exchanging energy with each other now. And what this means to you is that there's an expansion of opportunities. And that Mars is involved in this is really crucial because Mars is bringing that critical piece called the ability to take action. This means that you're going to feel motivated to take action, to reach the goal, to change, to step out of the rut, to allow the upgrade, to allow the consciousness upgrade that is coming in. Jupiter's transit through Scorpio signifies a transformation of hidden information. Information that has been hidden from us is going to now come to light. It's going to now be revealed. Mars transit through Pisces actually motivates us to take action, to take that action. As the past is revealed to us, as we have a clearer understanding of what the past has meant and been, and how we now have the opportunity to upgrade. Recently, I was asked by someone that I admire, what is your stretch goal? And I replied with kind of raising my eyebrows because I thought, interesting, I had really never thought about a stretch goal or even really hadn't heard that phrase, but I gravitated to the idea of it. And I've been thinking about it because you see, when I heard it, I automatically downloaded it. This is something that Sagittarius loves, would be a stretch goal, right? So the other work that I do besides being an astrologer is as a hypnotist. And so I know how important words and phrases are. So I wanted to share this with you now, as I think it's a great buzzword for 2019, is the word stretch, because it implies that I've moved out of its regular, I've moved something out of its regular place, right? I've moved it in my mind, I've moved it out of its regular place into a place of action, right? I've moved it out of the rut, out of complacency. So I think of this as the centaur, the half man, half horse, and the bow and arrow stretching to reach the goal. And the goal is going to be different for all of us. But nonetheless, it is an opportunity this year to really stretch and reach for something that you might not have thought was possible in the past. The sign of Cancer plays a significant role in the eclipse on the 21st because it is a home-loving sign, and it's ruled by the moon, and it has rulership over our feelings and our emotions. It rules, as I say, the feeling mind. And here's a phrase you've probably heard before, and it's one that I use often. What you can feel, you can heal. You may have heard this before, and I do often repeat it when I'm working with my hypnosis clients. But not just because I've seen this happen with clients, but because I've experienced it in my own life. Feeling, healing, stretching, reaching, believing, all of these apply to these eclipses that are coming our way. So now I have some predictions for you, and this is for either your ascendant sign. Remember, this is Vedic astrology, so if you are have in the past studied Western, or you know your Western sign, this Vedic astrology will be a little different. If you don't know your ascendant sign, you can email me at Reveley, so it's RREVELEY10@gmail.com, and I'll send you your ascendant sign along with your moon sign. So the first sign that we'll start with is Aries, and remember, this is general, because to get a detailed reading you can just contact me at the same email address, and we can schedule a Vedic consult for you. Starting with Aries, it's time to learn something new and have a new adventure, Aries. This could involve your education or the education of your children, or both. You may be concerned at this time about where to send them, what type of education would be appropriate, but all of these will have something important for you. Travel, learning, and teaching. Sometimes learning and teaching happen simultaneously, like learning something and turning around and teaching it, Aries. Taurus, an overall change in your life is imminent. It is at hand. Connect with your family. Your interests may be changing into an occult. Occult simply means secret or hidden knowledge or information, or metaphysical in nature. It's time for you to expand with some differing and interesting topics. These topics may revolutionize the way you feel about your life. Gemini, your spouse or your mate and or your business partner, if you have a business partner, are changing their ideas and their plans. This will have an effect on your finances. This relationship is very important, and it is shifting as this eclipse also is happening there. Mercury, this is very important for you, Gemini. Mercury, your ruling planet, is stationing at 1 degree of Sagittarius on January the 1st. And so this is giving you the heads up that these areas are changing. Cancer, focus on your health, your work, and your everyday routine. So work can be shifting too. And as a Cancerian, you may have already intuited that in your highly censored GPS system. There's also changes possible for your boss. There may be some shifts there, possible new, or maybe your boss's position is changing and that may affect you in some way. The main thing for you to remember, Cancer, is your emotional health. This means your feelings and being honest with how you are feeling, being honest with yourself. This involves self-care. Cancer, you are needing to do some self-care. Leo, responsibilities with your mate and children. These are shifting. If you have a blended relationship that involves your children with a marriage, then this is all interconnected. Miscommunication or misunderstanding is likely to occur during eclipse time. Things are blocked out from us. So it might be good to take up discussions for these matters maybe a little later, 5 to 7 days later after the eclipse. Virgo, residence and work changes are at hand for you. It would be good to hold off before you make any final decisions, because sometimes, as you know, around eclipse time, we don't always have all of the information that we need in order to make that really informed decision about where to go and the timing of that. A visit with your mom would be helpful. Keep in mind that sometimes messages come to us or wisdom even comes to us in the least expected way. It can be a song on the radio that comes in just at just the right moment. But just remember that, Virgo. Libra, caution. Take caution with short distance travel. You may have some blind spots, okay, relating to your siblings and your friends. Just be careful with communications. Again, that's that span of time that you want to give it. Scorpio, financial reserve is always a good idea. Most Scorpios know that already. It does appear that there are financial opportunities around the corner, and rather large ones, I might say. But play it cool, Scorpio. Don't count all your chickens before they hatch. Sagittarius, your health comes to the forefront. This after all, this eclipse is happening in your first house. That's the house of the physical body. And this may even cause you to want to change your physical appearance in some way. Possible travel to a foreign country is another something really fun and an adventure for you, Sag. And a new love connection is likely. Capricorn, head for the Himalayas or anywhere there is an ashram or a retreat. Changes with your mate or spouse. This also includes your business partner if you have one. Again, self-care, self-nurturing in stressful times will be important to you. Aquarius, everyday work routine takes on massive changes. You may feel like you're doing the U-turn in work-related areas. And someone new may be involved in your routine. This means new friendships, new organizations that bring you enlightened information that can shift your thoughts and your beliefs. Pisces, your career is off on an entirely new path. You're going to feel very connected to this new role. This is going to, I think, really connect with your heart energy. Being around children, just being in the presence of children can be inspiring and creative for us. But being around children will absolutely enhance your creative juices. So Pisces, your keyword is vision. Vision. Remember, during eclipse time, it's not the best time to make changes. If possible, again, wait those 5 to 7 days. Eclipses can sweep change into your life that lasts, lasting change, depending on where those degree points are falling in your natal chart. So just if you can, delay making any big decisions during this time. If you liked this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Happy New Year.